Hey, we finna turn up, crank up the heat in here, they finna burn up. Told them I'm coming, I'm here. Tell them they time up. I said it once, I'ma say it again.
Oh! He hit it! He hit it! Whoa!
I'm number one out the two. It don't know where I'ma lose. I hate to struggle, but it made me.
Cross court to Ausar! Three! Whoa! My God! That's it right there!
The champions.
So you guys being twins, I can only imagine what that's like. But just growing up, playing basketball together, just what was your experience like growing up?
I think we were in this boys and girls club, and they had this little basketball league, and they wanted us to play in it because we played like every sport. It's probably like third grade, and you know they put us in it. They put us on different teams, and his team actually ended up winning the championship. They beat my team, but then we were like, you know, basketball is fun. We want to play together next time, and that's I think how it really started.
You grow up, you realize you guys are twins, and obviously like that's amazing for sure. But when for you, Ausar, was it like we want to play basketball together, and we want to make dreams out of this?
Around the same time at the Boys and Girls Club, like after we played in that, we were like, oh yeah, basketball is like a fun sport. Like we want to actually try get better at it. So I feel like next year, 4th grade, we tried out for a AAU team, a travel team, and we made the team. And I feel like that's when the journey started.
So men, from what I know, you're born first.
Mm-hmm.
So by how much?
By a minute.
By 1 minute.
By 1 minute, yes.
Are the older bro vibes real?
I think if you ask most people, I feel like they would say I'm the older brother.
He's the older brother, but I'm the big brother. I weigh more than him. He's like 5 pounds less than me. I'm
trying to prepare for the next level, and he's, you know, getting chubby.
I think at an early age, you guys identified the NBA, right?
Yeah.
You guys some type of dream board at like 9 years old, where you guys like, you guys want to be not just NBA players, but one of the best NBA players. Where do you think that started? Where do you think that desire for the NBA and being one of the best players of all time came from?
It started with our family. Like they're always supportive of our dreams. Always told us to shoot like higher, you know, manifest things. So that's why we did the dream board, to manifest it. And, you know, it's going well so far.
When you look at the draft coming up in a few months, you know, obviously you hear a lot of talk about Victor Wembanyama. You hear a lot about Scoot Henderson. I think when you think about the top 4 or 5 guys, your guy's name and those 2 guys' names. So when you think about what they bring to the table, how do you feel like you two stack up?
I always try to run my own race. So, you know, I wish them the best of luck on their journey, but you know, I don't really worry about them too much. You know, they're great players though, and we're also great players. That's all.
Yeah, really, I feel like instead of like really worrying about this draft class so much, I feel like that's what people get caught up in.
Right.
There's a whole league you got to worry about next year. Coaches, a whole different thing. So, I mean, I just feel like I'm trying to be the best player in the league, just not in this draft class. So, me focusing on being the best player in the league, I feel like that's that's a better thought process for me right now.
Who do you guys consider your role models right now? When you look at the NBA and you look at players that are playing in the league, who do you guys look up to around the league?
I've always been a LeBron fan since I started watching basketball. And as I got older, we went to Spain and I started watching Kobe. I don't even know why. And that became like my second favorite player of all time.
Growing up, I was a big LeBron fan, so I will say LeBron has been like one of my role models going into it. And I would say he's still the biggest one, but just like him, he got me on Kobe, Jordan, so just watching all the greats.
Obviously, you guys picked Overtime Elite. You guys were one of the first 2 guys that really started this movement. Why did you guys choose this over college, over the G League, and how do you feel like it's benefited you guys?
It was a hard choice, I would say, picking it over college and G League because it was unproven at the time, and you know, we were going to be one of the first to do it, and that's a lot of pressure, I feel like, and just knowing like the backlash you might get from that. But I mean, why we chose it was really because I got to see Coach Ali, got to talk to the staff, the trainers, see what they were about, see that they were about developing me before I get to the league, and I felt like nowhere else I could get the same thing, the same like attention to detail specifically for me. And yeah, I feel like that's the main reason I came, just to be able to train like a pro from, get 2 years to be able to do that.
So when you think about the competition, the development, I mean, those are probably the two biggest aspects, right, with Overtime Elite. So when you think about how it can prepare you for the NBA, how do you think it's helped you guys?
I feel like OT has like put us in situations to go against like tougher competition, like stronger bodies. When we went to Spain, you know, everybody was all bigger. We played Marc Gasol in Spain, and you know, so I feel like we went out there, proved we could, you know, hang with other pros. So I feel like that's how it's prepared us.
The one thing that is like consistent is like how locked in you guys are, your work ethic, and you know how much you guys stay in the gym and not really worry about distractions and things like that. Where did that kind of come from? Because obviously that's hard, you know, being a young person in the world.
Yeah. You know, our dad used to make us get to practice early, dribble around the track with our left hand, and just work out before the practices. So I feel like that's always been in us since we were younger. So we just carried it on to this day. Just work even harder than before.
What are the things you guys are most excited about? You know, when you think about the NBA, you think about the draft. Like, what kind of sparks you guys right now?
I'm excited to see how much better I will be from today to the day I get drafted, and then from them to Summer League. I'm just excited to see the progress I'm gonna make. That's what excites me the most.
It's crazy. That's why I'm gonna just start talking first, because you just have my exact answers. That's my exact.
I feel the same way a lot of the times, bro.
So besides that, I feel like I'm excited to like get through the draft process, see what it's like, and you know, just move on with like, just get to the next step in my career.